this is about to get weird. It's about to get fun. It's been a minute, huh? Before we get into what the hell happened, let me go ahead and take you back to the end of January. As you saw in the last video that I posted, I had a whole schedule blocked out for this training block, and I was really nailing workouts, one of which was a bit of a blend workout. So I figure I'll share that with you guys and then tell you what I've been up to for all of February. What is up, guys? Today's workout on deck is 7 miles with a quarter mile at lactic thresholds and 3/4 of a mile at like steady running, probably about marathon pace, a tad bit faster. Out here at the Hayward shoreline to knock it out because 7 miles on a track didn't seem very appealing. So let's get after it, shall we? All right, in the midst of my 1 mile warm up, figure threshold pace. Obviously it's gonna be completely based on feel, but that'll be roughly around 6 minutes per mile. So 90 seconds for a 400 meter. And then we'll take it from there. First 2 pickups down, 90 seconds apiece. Third rep, another 90-second quarter mile. Trying to keep these 1200s at steady effort, honest. Some on the run, back of the envelope math.
Math, okay? Math is really hard. A lot of people struggle with it, but you gotta learn your addition and your subtraction. You think you can do that?
Yeah, I wanna learn math.
7 minute pace would be 5:15. Mountains to beach, I ran, what, like 6:35, 6:40 per mile. So if I am loosely around 4:55 to 5:05, even 5:10 on these 1200s, that's fair. It's fair game. It's fair play. We're beyond halfway, okay. All right, get John's. $126 high, 127 low for the penultimate rep. Tony Hawk Pro Skater in the ear, and that's what I'm about to summon right here for this final rep. $125. Whew. Big thing for me on those last 2 reps was really thinking about form. A blessing and a curse of doing content on YouTube of you running is you see a lot of video of yourself running, and definitely some things I need to correct. Really low leg drive I noticed in that track workout from last video. So just think about popping that thigh. I think it worked out. Didn't cause any extra pains or anything, so sometimes it's good to prime your body to do some things when it's already fatigued. Just train that muscle memory. Gotta pay the cost to be the boss. All right, so I actively remember thinking at the end of that workout, I'm in some of the best shape I've been in for the past couple of years. That workout really felt solid. A bunch of other runs have been really crisp and nice. I was also putting in a good amount of strength training, both on my own and with Dre.
That's what I'm talking about. How sexy is that? All right, do it again. Wow, you don't have to touch it, you cocky bastard. Just go up. There you go. I don't know if you guys know this, but he's working out. Look at that. Look at that muscle. Look at this. The separation. Look at this. All right, next one. 3 sets, then you get a break.
Things were just solid. Then I had the luxury of heading down to San Diego for a well-deserved bachelor party.
Every day is workout day. You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Look at that.
Oh my god, I'm so hurt.
Yeah! In the...
Coronavirus on it. I go, you do this to me. Sit the fuck down, Josh.
Then, after San Diego, there was no illness, there was no injury. I just got deployed for work and did not have the time nor the ability to compromise my immune system for a couple of weeks. Can't tell you exactly what was happening, but
we are keeping a close eye on the situation here, and as John talked about, there is a CDC news conference scheduled for here in San Diego at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, we will be covering that closely to find out exactly what they say, not only about the folks on this plane, but just generally speaking, how the plan is going in terms of going forward to try to stop this from spreading out of control in this country.
so all things considered, I was crushing it, and then just had 2 weeks to have my body just kind of come back to itself. But it's different coming off of a layoff where you weren't sick or injured. Everything's still fine. I was walking around, so it wasn't like I was hopped up in a bed or anything. And so figured once I got back home, able to start really working out again, the dumbest thing I could do would be to hop into the training plan exactly where I should have been at that point. And that would have been in the 70-mile-a-week variety and start crushing workouts. That would have been a bad idea. The second dumbest idea would be to just go back and say, okay, let me hit the next week on the schedule that I didn't do. That also might have been a bit of a spike too high. So what I decided to do was come back, do 1 week of sort of standard base training, just get my legs under me, put a little fatigue in them, make sure that everything was still all systems go. What's important to note is during that 3-week period from when the layoff started to the end of this base period, my race schedule has significantly changed. And that's also going to directly impact this training block. If you went back to the last video, everything was building towards the intentionality of being Boston ready on April 20th. But it so turns out that 13 days later, yours truly is now also racing the Miwok 100K, the 25th anniversary edition of the Miwok 100K back here in Northern California. So in 13 days time, I'm going to be racing a somewhat net downhill road marathon and 62 miles and 11,000 feet of gain on trails. Is this my wisest decision? Meh. You guys aren't here for me to make all the wise decisions. But do I think it's possible to do both well? Yes, I do. And so I've adapted my training plan for the rest of this Boston buildup and extended it 2 more weeks so I can get all the way through Miwok, completing both well and completing both healthy. I think that's the important part, is to get through both healthy. Because in addition to Miwok getting added to the calendar, yours truly on November 1st is also going to be running the New York City Marathon. Yes, I know I said that if I didn't have to run more than one road marathon to get this PR this year, that'd be great. But when New York is in front of you, you gotta take that opportunity. So yours truly is going to be doing New York City in November. This is also me telling Jubilee that I won't be at Javelina to DJ on Halloween, so I'm sorry. There are some ways we can support each other as we're all going through this spring buildup. We have the Run Flat Stay Low Strava group, so make sure you're a member of that. Show each other some love via kudos, and it's a much easier way to track who's doing what and show love and support for all these races when we can see it right there on Strava. But always feel free to show some love in the comments below. If you got goals coming up, if things are changing, your race schedule is taking shape, let me know down below. Would love to keep tabs on what you guys are doing. And lastly, make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever it's at on your screen, because I'm gonna be putting out regular videos as I'm building up, and want you guys to be able to share in that experience. Tell me how absurd it is and how dumb of an idea this is, or maybe steal some of these workouts for yourself and adapt them for your needs. So thanks for the support. Catch you guys on the flip side.